it really grounds the personal branding. Like you really know the person. You really get to know what inspires them, what grounds them, what makes them go to work, because that's the thing about life.
Today I get to speak with my good friend Diana Nguyen. She's an actor, comedian, and a writer. She has worked in the industry for 15 years and has appeared on TV, film, and stage. Now in 2020, Diana spoke at her very first TED Talk, titled Joy is My Caffeine, JoyFool. That was a defining moment of years of performing stand-up and theater coming into one place to tell a story in 13 minutes about what joy meant to her and how it saved her life. Diana is also a LinkedIn video content creator behind #DianceSingDiana and #JustDoingKaraoke. With over 66,000 followers, she also hosts a LinkedIn live interview show called The Snortcast, interviewing funny people around the world. Let's listen in to this episode. Thank you for tuning in to Hacks and Hobbies with your host, Junaid. We're visited by our amazing guests coming from all walks of life. We want to learn their story, their struggles, and their journey on how they got to where they are today. So stick around. Diana, thank you so much for coming out to the podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So we've been connected for a very long time through LinkedIn Local. We met in person before COVID back in DC, and it was a ton of fun. We got to hang out, and Diana spoke on stage alongside Judy Fox and Michelle Pena, and that was fun learning from them. They talked about video, and specifically video on LinkedIn. And I was like, what? That is super awesome. So thank you so much, Diana, for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. And I do remember us playing around with your video equipment that night when everyone left.
Yes, the camera with the AI following you around as you run around it, and that was pretty fun. So, Diana, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your journey, and what got you inspired to do video on LinkedIn. And before even that, what got you inspired to be in the space that you are today?
Oh, God, it's a massive question. I love legacy questions. So formally, my title is I'm an actor, comedian, and an MC. If that's my real life title. But then we speak about the social media world, and so I'm an actor, comedian, and I'm a LinkedIn content creator, creating content on LinkedIn, specifically video, for the last 3 years. And because of that world, it has added the title TED Talker, keynote speaker, guest speaker around conferences, especially during COVID in 2020. I've been very accessible to the world as a keynote and MC as well. So how did it all happen? Who introduced me to LinkedIn, to this video platform that no one really knows about?
No one knows about it. Only 500 million people, that's about it.
That's it. But when I do stand up and I tell people about LinkedIn, their face just drops. Even more when I tell them about a TED Talk, because the whole time we do a stand-up sketch about my mum and about my career as a comedian. But they're like, LinkedIn? What? This is very confusing. And it is very but I think anyone that's jumped into LinkedIn has either been introduced, referred to by someone about video on LinkedIn, or they've just been on LinkedIn and seen all these videos popped up. Luckily for me, I was introduced to LinkedIn by Nguyen. She's a geek on LinkedIn. She was like the OG. She was like one of the first testers of LinkedIn video back in 2017.
Wow.
And she was my friend, and she saw that I was struggling to understand social media or try to find a home on social media.
Yeah.
Like, who knew that LinkedIn would be a home for an artist, a creative entrepreneur? That's what I call myself right now. Because I just create work. I create work in the art form. And, that's my content on LinkedIn is
Mhm.
comedy, is dancing, Diana, is my web series, Phi and Me. Like I've been able to really use LinkedIn, the corporate business platform, to
Mhm.
share my artwork.
That's super amazing because LinkedIn has been seen as a resume place for the longest time, right? People would go to Facebook or MySpace or YouTube for entertainment, but LinkedIn for entertainment, for personalities, what are you talking about, right? So LinkedIn has totally changed the game, especially when they came out to, become a public company. They're like, all right, we need to step up the game. We are technically a social media company. People had been spending money on LinkedIn, I think, a lot longer than they came to on Facebook. So it's amazing to see that, what is even possible on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's absolutely a game changer, and I really believe that LinkedIn, even though algorithms are changing, new people are coming on. It's like there's always a new wave of people that you need to meet on
Yes.
LinkedIn. New content creators who want to, be a thought leader. That's what I found LinkedIn to do now. Um, uh, that it really grounds the personal branding. Like you
Hmm.
really know the person. You really get to know what inspires them, what grounds them, what makes them go to work. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing about life is that I think people. I think what I brought to LinkedIn was sure you have your 9 to 5, you have your dream of making heaps of money, changing people, but you also need the arts for that. And I think during COVID 2020, we realized how pivotal the arts allows us to heal and get through time. And
Absolutely.
people don't watching streaming Netflix is an art form. They don't realize um, drawing, coloring in a book, reading a book is an art form.
Yeah.
But I think it's a reminder, like, you need that combination to have a very joyful life. Yeah.
You're 100% right. You as people who are working 9 to 5, you're spending a lot of your time, a lot of your energy is being spent using your left side of your brain. And you need to balance it out by engaging your right side. And that's why a ton of people are doodling while they're sitting in meetings because, guess what? You need to engage both sides so you can keep that information. And there's another thing somebody was saying that, when you're having a phone conversation, instead of talking on your right side, talk on your left side. Because when you're talking on your left side, you're using your right side of your brain. Like, wow, you're more creative when you use the other side, opposite, because it's the opposites, opposite sides of your brain control opposite sides of your, hands and arms. And
So
right, what I've noticed a lot is whenever I'm taking a photo, I'm using my left eye to focus because I'm more creative,
oh, damn.
right? And if you notice, my right side of my head is more wider than my left side because I use my right side more than
That's a good theory.
right. That's my theory. I just came up with it right now.
Hey, that's a LinkedIn video you got there.
I know, right? I'm gonna just take this piece right here, pop it on LinkedIn. So power video is so amazing because you get to literally connect with people's hearts. And that's why we go to Netflix or YouTube or Hulu or all these services. And like Warner Brothers and Disney, they both just blew the doors off everybody. Like, you know what? Coming next year, coming this winter, anything that's going to be in theater is also going to be available streaming because they know people want to stay safe. And we see the numbers go up, over the past few years with COVID. Like, why not? People are already spending money and time at home. Give them what they want.
I think that was quite strategic because, I guess watching a movie, because I'm from Australia, if no one noticed. But I think in
We
America,
didn't.
I think your movie tickets are quite cheap, aren't they?
No, they're like $15 to $20 for one
Oh,
movie ticket.
oh, okay. Okay. Made an assumption. My conspiracy theory is incorrect. I just thought that they must make a lot more money if it was a monthly subscription than
Hmm.
one goer going to see a movie.
Right.
But I know it's pissed off a lot of directors and producers who
Yeah.
have worked so hard because movies are long journeys. They
They are.
aren't made 12 days or 12 months. They when you think about Parasite,
Hmm.
that was a 5-year thought process.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Employs so many people too, right? It offers jobs. It's amazing.
yeah, yeah, you need a gaffer person. A gaffer person is tapes the floor. That's a title in a movie credit.
Yeah. It literally takes a village to make a movie. All those people at the end credits, those are people like you and I that are, combining their ingenuity and their time and effort to put that movie together. So it's amazing. So where were we going with this conversation? We got a roundabout on you. So you, as a comedian, as an actor, as somebody who's creating content, you're feeling down like, okay, what platform do you call home? Do you call Facebook your home? Do you call LinkedIn your home? And LinkedIn became one of the homes because of the percentages video that are going up, and people start following it, people started looking at what you're doing and connecting to you on a totally different level, and it's just powerful, it's just amazing.
yeah, it's a curious place because LinkedIn is the only platform where I have a massive following.
Hmm.
I'm not a professional dancer. I just move my body, but I think that's why when I did my TED talk and in writing my TED talk, that was a bit of a freak show because I had massive imposter syndrome.
Hmm.
It was like trying to understand why dancing Diana. Why does that work on LinkedIn and not everywhere else?
Hmm.
Because I realize it's because on every other platform, you've got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Instagram. Professional dancers do well on them because
Yes.
it's candy. It's candy. String talks about candy. It's like click, expert, they're ready to go.
Hmm.
But on LinkedIn, I think there's a lot of people on LinkedIn who want to have the courage to do that. And
Yes.
so when I come on, I'm just foolishly being silly dancing. I'm not a professional dancer.
Yeah.
So then it allows people to go, oh, I could try that. So I guess I allow people the word to try.
Hmm.
And you do have a different cohort of age on LinkedIn who are on LinkedIn. It's not the youngins. You have like this bracket of the 35-year-olds onwards,
Yeah.
the job seekers. um, and then who accidentally go, okay, what's happening? Why is there video on here? And then
Yeah.
you have information of someone going, oh, I might try to make a video now. Yeah, so that's been my understanding of how and why I've been successful, if that's the word,
Hmm.
on yeah.
So it sort of gives them the permission to come on video. So give us a few tips, so you on your LinkedIn live, uh, LinkedIn local talk that you gave, give us a few tips on what somebody can do. And that's an amazing tip right there, just open up the camera and start recording because you will connect with somebody that's not thinking in the way that you're thinking, and then you'll find that following, you'll find that person that's like, oh, that's really interesting, why am I not doing that? So give some more tips that people can become more comfortable in creating content and talking as a human being rather than just being a number.
That's it. I love that. Human beings have a number because we are essentially not numbers. We have emotion. We have emotion, and we have thoughts, and we have beliefs, and we have drives. And I
Mm,
think that's what so different is that everyone has this aspiration to do better. And that is an amazing feeling as a creative to enter into a space of people who want to change the world. Those are entrepreneurs. I'm more speaking to entrepreneurs, small business people who go, you know what, I don't want to be part of someone else's number. I want to be my own enterprise, empire, you know.
Yes.
My 3 tips, and it's something I learned from my TED Talk, is that, and people, this is number 1, which is content. What do I talk about? And I go, and it's exactly what your podcast is about. It's about hobbies and hacks, isn't it? It's like, what drives you to get up every day to do what you love?
Yeah.
What is it? That 30 seconds that you need to do, whether it be get that coffee, that's content. Or whether it be singing a song or writing your affirmations every day. Like, people don't realize that is content. And for me, dancing is content because, you know, I danced as a child, and I realized that moving my body was a way to defeat depression. Like, I'd had depression for so long in my life, and I realized just by moving my body and having a bit of sweat was a key for my fitness and mind fitness. And number 2 is, it's a quote and it works every time: practice makes perfect. So your first video that you ever put on LinkedIn, no one's ever going to scroll down and find it, because LinkedIn is the worst scrolling library.
They're like, you've seen 10 posts already. What, would you like to refresh, please?
So that is your motivation to create. Like, I have, I think, over 1,000 videos on LinkedIn, and you can't scroll all the way down.
No.
And that's why it's so great. And the algorithm of LinkedIn is good, is that videos only last maximum 28 to 48 hours. So you have to keep creating content to be seen. Yeah, it's not like YouTube. Yeah. It's not like YouTube where your catalog's there and it could go viral in 3 months.
Yeah.
LinkedIn don't have life after 48
hours. Not in LinkedIn, yeah. Wow. That's freaking insane.
Yes, it is. And I question on LinkedIn.
I'm questioning my strategies on LinkedIn now. Like, hey, remember that one video I made? Go check it out. I can't find it. Can you put it on YouTube?
That's it. It took 2 weeks to make, but I put it on LinkedIn for 24 hours. And that's content creators. That's why I say to content creators, don't waste time on for perfection on LinkedIn. Know the message. Know your intention on LinkedIn, because people will snap for it. And then on YouTube, do the 10 minute extra video, you know, because YouTube likes it. That's it, yeah. YouTube loves long form. So you gotta pick your battles. Yeah, pick your battles. Yeah, and number 3, what would be number 3? Number 3 would be visiting people. engaging with other people's content. That's it. Because that's where you create relationships. And, you know, that's how we met LinkedIn Local. And that's also, right. I mean, by engaging in real life too. Like, engage on the platform, but take out the relationship off. Like, we're friends on Facebook, so I probably see more your content on Facebook than on LinkedIn. Yes. I've got amazing friends that were there that night on LinkedIn Local. Like, Christian Sherry is one of my closest friends, Judy Fox. And, you know, I did the most craziest thing in that, like, I planned a whole month trip to go see all these LinkedIn people that I'd met online for 2 years. Yes, you did. Anyone else has done that? Not a lot of people have done that. Oh, yeah. So I saw over 500 people when I went on that tour. I probably added a lot more to your tour, to your group, or to your followers. Oh, I reckon it actually made me a real person. Yes. And then you know, Kristen Sherry, I remember she met me at the airport and she ran to me and, like, jumped on top of me, like, you know. And I will always have that memory, and that is the that's even though she'd known me from, oh, baby, I love
I know,
babies.
it's my baby. It's my baby daughter.
Oh,
She
how old?
she is 2 years old. She'll be 3 in January.
Gorgeous. Yeah, so no, it's fine. I love children. If they need to cry, they cry their heart.
I do. Yeah, I've got 3 kiddos. She's the youngest, and my wife's supposed to be taking over. Oh my
Get
god.
her on. Get her
I'll bring her on. I'll bring her online. Hold on.
on. Okay. Oh, baby.
What happened? Hey, egg. Hey, egg potato. Stop. Watch. Look who we have over here. Say hi.
Hi. What's your name? Oh, say that again. I missed it.
Say it again. What's his name?
Danya.
Danya. She has the same words, letters as your name. That's Diana. This is Danya.
Can I show you something? Hang on.
Oh, she's gonna show you something.
So you'll have to edit it. Well, you can edit it out.
Yeah,
later.
no worries. No worries.
You can, this is my friend.
What's your name?
My name is Pop.
What's your name? Pop? Aw,
Hey,
Poppy. Hi,
Yes.
Poppy.
hi. How old are you?
How old are you?
Oh, 2. It's lovely to see your big smile. You have such a beautiful smile. See the confusion?
Use.
Look, it looks like you. See, I've got one too. I've got.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Maybe you join our interview now.
I know. Where should we go? So, what we do with video, right? We create content so we can humanize ourselves, so we can create that human connection. And this, having my child here on video and your beautiful
Puppet.
puppet, right? It creates that connection. Like, oh wow, I can connect with this person. This is a real person. This, I want more of this content. That's what it's all about. She's got a little monitor over here. You want to show? It's a little monitor, video monitor. She thinks it's an iPad. She's like, you gotta charge it up. We gotta charge it up.
Where's the charger? Where's the charger?
It's in the box right now. So, so we talked about your motivation. We talked about your journey. We talked about what inspired you to come on and what keeps you going. So, talk us a little bit about what keeps you going and what you're doing right now and, where you're going next year.
Bobby.
Where's Poppy? She's taking a break right now.
So, we just hit COVID 2020 and, I know that everywhere in the world experiencing different versions of it. And I have to say, during my experience of lockdown, because Melbourne experienced the harshest lockdown in the world for 4 months, we were stuck in 5-kilometre radius of our homes. We had a curfew at 8 o'clock. So what I learned was that that connection with people is very important to me. So I started a live streaming show called the Snortcast, and we talked about I was asking for help how to make a podcast because I now have these 33 interviews that I need to convert into a podcast. Oh God! God. Oh, it's dreadful. This is dreadful. I think anyone who's a podcaster would cringe and go 33 interviews unedited. So that's my goal for the summer here in Australia. And since our lockdown lifted and restrictions lifted, I've been going straight into the comedy and performing, and I've been producing lineups here in Melbourne. So I'm a producer here in Melbourne, and I have, like, even tonight, we've got 5 comedians on. We've got a sold out show, and we need to laugh. So joy is very much my language. And I'm trying to articulate and find different ways of finding joy within me and joy in people around me. And to seeing you with your daughter, like my girlfriends all have had children. They've 2-3 kids now, and I was really lucky that I was able to Zoom with them and do the puppet show and disconnect with them, because I knew that my friends were having a hard time because they now had to be at home with their kids full time, but also the kids were now removed from school and childcare. So they were lacking social interaction. So now I'm the favourite auntie. I'm the favourite lockdown auntie. And, yeah. So
I can absolutely relate, because where's Poppy? Poppy's coming in a minute. We have 3 kids. So my oldest is 10, and we have a almost 6-year-old, and then her. So they too are, doing virtual class right now. And we got Puppy back.
Oh, so much love. But another project I would like to accomplish is have children. That's been my number one.
Do you want to ask her something?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to ask?
Bobby.
What do you want to ask her? Ask her a question.
What would you like to ask me?
What do you want to say? Hurry up, she's waiting.
Hi. I love your top and I love your hair, because my hair.
No, isn't this cool? Look at this.
Oh, what is this?
She's so exhausted.
Oh.
That's an egg, and she's exhausted. This is her new pajamas she got.
All these puns.
I know. Here, stand up. And then he's got the eggs all on the pants.
So good. What a studio.
Baby Halimas.
Oh, this is baby Halimas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, so you were talking about your next project is to have some babies.
Yeah. Oh, and also chase down our kids. But yeah, my had a baby during lockdown. Audrey's 4 months old, and it just really cemented it's not an urge. I just know that I'm a mother. I'm a carer. And, in my year 12 graduation book, I wrote, in 10 years' time, Diana will have 10 children. It hasn't happened. But yeah, there's something about witnessing yourself with your daughter now, the instant joy. There's no fabrication. There is no making of joy. It's just so beautiful, and I just want that. Yes.
I know. Oh, she wants headphone now.
Oh, you're just making her into a podcast producer. This is how you train.
She's my artist. She's got the headphones on. So Donnie, you want to say something to the audience? Mm-hmm. Say something.
Hi.
So Donnie says hi. She says that you guys make sure that you follow and subscribe to the podcast and check out Diane Nguyen, Dancing Diana, on her Snortcast. She's got an awesome LinkedIn going on.
Hi. Thanks for having me on. I'm really happy. Really lovely to meet you all. What city are you in?
What city are you in?
35.
35.
That's my age.
We're in District 35.
Oh, cute. Oh, she knows a district.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hello.
We're in
Hello.
Virginia, Herndon, Virginia, and you're coming from Melbourne, Australia.
Hi, Bobby.
Hello, Papi.
I like that baby Bobby.
Yeah.
I like that Bobby.
Well,
I like that Bobby.
Can you share the Papi?
well, this you have to edit this out. But I have another job, which
Sure.
I keep saying to people. But I'm a
course.
clown doctor. I'm a clown doctor at the Royal Children's.
No way.
Yes. So I have a clown out. Why I have all these toys? Like,
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I need the dress. Yes.
Yeah, she's wearing a dress. Are you wearing a dress? No? You're wearing pajamas? She's got a nice tutu on, huh? Yeah.
even her sounds are cute. I love that.
She's also a fan of Curious George.
The Bobby died.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what she's saying.
The Bobby died?
Does he drive?
No, the Bobby died.
I don't know.
Poppy.
Yeah, what about her?
Whole
Here's
family.
my oldest. Here's my oldest 10-year-old.
What's your name?
Rabbit.
Rabbit, nice to meet you.
They can't hear you.
Hey,
All right.
Bobby,
There's Poppy over there, look. All right. Can you take Danya for a minute? No, Bhaiya will take you to Mama, okay?
Mama's making dinner.
Just go. Well, watch out. Can you close the door?
Such a darling.
She is my darling. She is amazing. So I do have some questions before we let you go.
Go for it.
Thank you for accommodating Danya, who came and shared her love for Poppy and
We've got
Trespass.
to fix the book.
Yes, we got to. So what is the one hobby that you wish you got into?
Oh, bam. The one hobby I wish I got into. I wish I got into surfing much earlier in my life. Swimming, actually, swimming. I had a fear of water as a child, and that's why I surf now, was to conquer the drowning fear. I wish I could float in water. Yes. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to float. I'm in the same boat. I can swim. I can kick and go from one side of the pool to the other side. But as soon as I get there, I gotta grab on to something or stand on the ground. like how do you do this? Do I need to eat some more salt or something? I don't know what's up.
That's me too. That's me.
I love it. Swimming. All right. What did you want to be when you were a child?
I wanted to be a pop star.
I think you're there.
Close. I'm doing singing in 2021. I'm going to get professional singing lessons.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to be Britney Spears when I was 13 years old.
We all did.
But I just love the idea of performing stadiums, like Lady Gaga. To able to transform people through music is magical.
They have, right? They bring you that transformation. And what's funny is very recently, my wife was playing the song by Justin Bieber called Lonely. I don't know if you've heard of that song, but I felt very moved by the song, right? Because he talks about that even though he had everything, but he had nobody to call, because it's, and you see that, right, when you've become so famous, people start feeling, oh, I don't know if I could reach out to that person and talk to them, because maybe they're too busy, right? They got 150,000 followers, or they got millions of followers. I don't know if they're going to answer me, right? So it's a weird feeling to feel that, and so the song was very like climatic, and I was like, oh my god, I feel that way all the time, because it's so true. Like, all human beings feel the same way, right? We want that human connection, and that's why I've been on so many Zoom calls this year alone, that it's just been so comforting being able to connect with other people. It's been amazing.
That's beautiful to hear, and that's why I drive and put music on. It's because I know that it allows me to rest.
Yes.
So people go, oh, you should listen to podcasts and stuff. Like, no,
No.
it's my place of resting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, growing up, I listened to a ton of music, and I would listen to music while studying. Right? Even now, I listen to music while I'm doing work on the computer, like designing and whatnot, because it engages my creative side of the brain, while I can use the analytical side of the brain and not get distracted, kind of thing. But then you'll hear somebody talk about a specific song, like, I gotta go listen to that song because it's not gonna get on my head. All right, next we just have a few more questions, and then we should be done.
No rush. I'm still
cool.
here.
What is your favorite movie or TV show?
Oh, I always seem to know it when I'm thinking about it. It's not when I used to say, oh, TV show. I have it in my brain, but it's not coming out. If I think about movie, the first thing that came to my brain when I watched as a child and I loved was Magnolia.
Magnolia. Okay.
Magnolia. It had Julia Roberts, and it's about women.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. It's Sweet Magnolia or something Magnolia. Yeah.
And it was just all these women just having a ball. It was a tragic story, but I just loved it watching that. And then, just kind of followed Julia Roberts' career with her massive smile. I think it's Sweet Magnolia.
Yeah.
And it's then brought it out again. Oh,
Steel.
I've got it. My Steel Magnolia. Yeah. And then you just reminded me my most favorite trilogy in the world, which is the Sunset, Sunrise, Midnight trilogy. Richard Linklater, I think his name. So it follows a couple over 3 movies. It's 9 years break in every movie.
Oh, wow.
And he the director and the creator of this movie, he follows them in real-time conversation for 20 minutes on this one camera.
Wow.
It just keeps romance real. It's not Hollywood romance. It keeps love real, and it's one of my. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. It's one of those movies that I would love to act in.
No, that's really beautiful. There was another movie that was similar that took the place. It took him about 12 years to make this movie. Boyhood.
It's the same director.
Oh, same director. My God, he loves doing stuff in 12-year time.
Ethan Hawke is the main actor in the trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So the one you mentioned was Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. It's called the Before trilogy, right? I'll have to check it out because I have not seen it. Ethan Hawke's in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see him age in both those.
In both movies. I wonder if he's. I'll have to look at the timeline, but I wonder did he do those movies back to back, or did he do it simultaneously? Like, if you have 12 years to make 12 movies and you do them all, okay, this month I'm going to work on this movie, next month I'm going to work on this movie. 12 years, you got 12 movies out. And you
Yeah,
see, that'd be so crazy to see.
well, look, that's optimum creation there.
I
Like,
know.
actor.
Oh my God, we're going in the realms of like deep method acting. You know, acting is another one of my favorite things to do. I've had the opportunity to act in at least like 4 different things. As a commercial, you know, there was a commercial that I did an acting on. There was a short film, like some TV shows, some commercials. So it was pretty fun, you know, being on the huge set for like NBC show. It's called FBI. So I was just in the crowd out there hanging out, and then I could see the whole process. You know, it's just amazing to be like even part of, you know, that huge production.
Yeah.
And all that goes into it. So back to the next question. What movie would you choose if you got to play a character in it?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have a little thing that I do when I would go and watch YouTube Oscar speeches. It's my little, like, you know, when people have their little pleasure thing, I would go watch Kate Winslet, Julianne Moore. I loved her work in Still Alice.
Yeah.
It was just brilliant work. So I watched these women who hold these characters. Yeah, so I would say I don't have one, because being Asian, we've not really been celebrated on cinema in Hollywood. So the numbers are really rare for us to be inspired. But if I had to pick a white role,
It'd be a white role.
you know what? I actually watched a Will Smith interview on his Red Table Talk. So he took over Red Table Talk recently.
Yeah.
Say that by just watching his career and journey the last 20 years or so, I really enjoy that he's been able to do things that he loves. Like, for some reason, Men in Black came in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he was able to create a movie, but create a song. Like, you know, it wasn't just I'm an actor, but
No.
I'm a.
Okay.
Hi. Okay.
Trying to get through those 10 questions.
Hi.
You know, talking about Will Smith, I recently watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, the documentary, and oh my God, there was like I had tears like watching through it, because they talk about James Avery, who passed away, you know, 7 years ago. Poppy's waiting. Okay, she's having some dinner right now. Okay, she'll come back. So you gotta be quiet. So she eats her food. Don't put that in your mouth. So, you know, Will Smith's definitely come a long way, and he's a name that anybody and everybody can follow. Like, it's amazing how he's like, his audition was. No, you can't, because she's on her little tiny table on the side. It's just amazing, like what he talks about. There's a long conversation on that alone. What we could do. Oh.
And I think the one thing that's so great about him,
Oh, sorry.
he decided to own his own production company, which is Westbrook. So he started making YouTube content because he realized that by utilizing his audience that have gone and watched his movies, he started to create his own personal branding on social media, and he nails it. Like, he doesn't hold back. He just goes, that's an opportunity. And I feel like that's what prevents a lot of people from making video on LinkedIn. They just too scared to take the opportunity, if we go back.
not just the opportunity, but we're too scared to fail. And he's not scared to fail at all. He's like, why? He didn't have to audition for his own TV show, right? There was a party, and they're like, no, you're doing the audition, because people who are going to make the decision, they're all here right now. And if you said you need 2 months, well, it's going to be gone. So he's like, all right, give me 10 minutes, and I'll be ready to do the audition.
There you go. Yeah. I just watched his talk 2 days ago. It was an interesting talk about ego, because he does say he has some faults in him, and one thing I've noticed in his
But did you lose you?
they've realised that fame for them. So yeah, I know I'm here.
No, you have to repeat what you said, because we missed it.
Okay. Will Smith and his wife Jada, what they've realised is fame isn't the long game for them anymore. It's like what makes them happy to do what they do. So like Red Table Talk, they didn't need to sit down and have 3 women talk about 3 generations of issues. They decided, because they knew that there was an audience that wanted to connect spiritually, I think, and intellectually about life. Yeah. I can't hear you.
I guess I pressed her. So you're hearing her say hi the whole time. I was on mute when I was talking, and I was not on mute when she was talking. It's perfect.
Oh, no, you were muted when she was talking. I didn't hear a word.
Okay, all right, cool. Yes, hold on. That's so amazing, and he comes from such an authentic place. He's like, there's no point, because, and it also shows, right? He's 50 years old. He did 50 things before he hit 50, and he like went all in on the Red Talk tables, and he's got a whole Facebook Watch stuff going on. It's just amazing what you're able to do when you just say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do this, if you like it or not, because you as yourself as a person has to get out of your, and that's the biggest problem. We are standing in our own way.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
All right. 2 more questions.
Right.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Oh. I watched Wonder Woman on the plane, I think, to America last year. And I didn't realize that Wonder Woman's name was also Diana.
Yes.
So,
Diana.
yeah.
There she is. And guess what? Because of that announcement Warner Brothers made, Wonder Woman 2 or WW84 will be available on HBO Max as well as online, as well as in theater at the same time. So I'm super excited for that one. Like super awesome. All right, last question. If you were a board game, what would it be?
Oh. Do you consider poker as a board game? Not really. Because I love poker. It's all in.
I know, but poker is a card game.
If I had this, the first thing that popped in my brain was Monopoly, because it's strategical. You have to take risks to buy property, and it's about growth. So you have to take risks. You have to negotiate. You have to communicate. You have to be friendly to your competitors because you want to buy their houses and stuff. And I think Monopoly is a great social game, and it can destroy friendships too. So, yeah, I have to say Monopoly.
Monopoly is a very safe choice, and it's designed to match real life too, right? It's like, hey, if you go do things the right way and take chances and take risks, you are gonna come on top no matter what. So great example. Thank you so much. Here's Poppy. She's back.
Mommy ate?
She ate. Yeah, she's
Nom, 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 nom,
Hungry.
nom.
Oh, she burped. Do you burp too? Yeah. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Just use whatever you want.
Hi. Hello, Bee.
Hello. What time is it over there?
What time is it, Danya?
Bee.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock now, 5:15. And what's cool is that I just put her on the big screen over here so we can look at you. So where can my audience find you, Diana?
So you can find me on LinkedIn, and during lockdown COVID-19, I decided to refresh all my social media. So my handle is Real Diana Nguyen on every.
Where are you?
Easy.
Fantastic. We'll definitely have the links in. Open your mouth. We definitely need to do a puppet show for her now because, you know, that's just going to be so much fun. You want to kiss Poppy? How you going to do it? Over here. Say thank you. Thank you for sharing Poppy with us. Super excited. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm glad we can get it for Christmas. So enjoy the editing, Dad.
Absolutely. Well, have a great one. Diana, we'll talk very soon. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. We'll share the podcast, and if you have any courses or anything at all that you're looking, you know, we can pop it on.
Great. Thank you. I'm to dancing now. So
All right. Say bye. Say bye. Over here. Over here. Say bye.
see you.
Take care, Diana.
You too. And have a safe Christmas.
Sorry, come again?
Have a safe holiday.
Yes, you too as well. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this Hacks and Hobbies episode. Junaid would love to hear from you, so please leave a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts. Visit hacksandhobbies.com to find additional information on the guest today, as well as the show notes.